Vice President Yemi Osinbajo says about 75% of houses in Nigeria are substandard. He made this known at the ongoing African International Housing Conference in Abuja. Vice President was represented by the Managing Director, Family Homes Fund, Femi Adewale, laments that access to affordable housing is a major challenge that remains substantial unresolved in Nigeria, adding that 75% of 42 million housing units, which is in Nigeria, about 31.6 million of them are substandard. He reiterated the federal government's commitment to continue to support the Nigerian Mortgage Refinancing Company, which guarantees access to the capital markets.
And programs that has been enacted by various governments to tackle this problem, effective implementation remains a persistent dilemma. Our housing challenge in Nigeria presents itself in two primary forms. We have the issue of inadequate housing supply to meet the needs of a rapidly growing population, most significantly for people on low income and young people. Secondly, a large proportion of our existing stock are substandard housing which do not meet widely accepted standards of habitability. In terms of creating new homes, but the problem of actually addressing the substandard nature of a significant number of the units that we have. These challenges continue to deepen with the increasing social and income inequalities in our society. At the extreme, many households are faced with the dilemma of survival between food and adequate shelter. This is not congruent with this administration's vision for a better Nigeria where even the weakest amongst us have the dignity of a decent homes.
Stakeholders at the event added that importance of the conference is to address the major challenges in the housing sector, saying the housing sector is a critical sector of the economy.
Of this occasion and the chairman of the board, the importance of this show cannot be overemphasized at this point in time, especially with the major challenges we have in the housing sector, basically the environment and the economy. These two major issues, I believe, is something that this conference will try to look into, and trying to address the issue of housing, especially housing delivery. The environmental issues across the country is affecting the housing sector. And of course, the economy, of course, we know has all gone very, very poor. And the housing sector is a victim.
Some of the concerns that I've had, especially, is the impact of the inflationary environment that we have now on the housing sector, because I know that is going to impact negatively on mortgages. And I read a statistics over the weekend that disturbed me a bit, which says that less than 10% of workers, both public and private, and more than 60,000 naira a month. I repeat, that less than 10% of workers, both private and public, and more than 60,000 naira a month. That's a very disturbing statistics. And I think for us as legislators, I think that the onus is on us to create more enabling environment, increase the wages of workers, to give them the opportunity and the ability to be first-time home buyers, in order to be able to also earn a decent living. And these are the kind of things that we want to ensure that the macroeconomic environment is there to be able for them to be able to afford housing.
The Chief Executive Officer, African International Housing Show, says the event is aimed at promoting affordable housing in Nigeria, adding that the conference is targeted at looking for alternative ways of funding housing, as the issue of funding housing and political will on the part of the government has been a critical problem in Nigeria. He therefore called on the federal government to create an enabling environment, formulate policies that will help the growth of private sector in the housing sector.
Our focus as a private sector-driven, non-governmental organization is to keep advocating policies that will assist government in the area of housing. In Nigeria, for instance, the last project of the federal government, affordable housing, 1 bedroom for 7.2 million, is unacceptable to us. 7.2 million in Taraba for a 1 bedroom, 7.2 million in Jigawa for 1 bedroom. The government has no business in building houses. The business of the government is to create enabling environment, formulate policies that will help the growth of the sector.
The 16th African International Housing Conference, which is tagged "The Role of the Government in Creating an Effective Enabling Environment," will create an opportunity to exchange views, get first-hand information on the progress made by the government institution framework, the challenges and the way forward to achieve decent and affordable housing for all. Kike Lomo Okere, Core TV News, Abuja.